and welcome back to Becca's Kitchen. If you've had a chance to try any of my recipes, I'd love to hear from you. So feel free to comment below or connect with me at my website at NotDeprived.com. Today I'm excited to show you how I make my delicious and very versatile lentil pancakes. Gluten-free bread can be one of the more expensive products to keep on hand at home. And if you've ever tried to make any yourself, it can get pretty frustrating pretty quickly. Most of the recipes out there taste really good, but they tend to have ingredients that I don't care to keep on hand, or they incorporate almond flour, which, like I've said before, is one of the more expensive gluten-free flours that you can purchase. So I've come up with this recipe to bypass the loaf completely, and I just make panini pancakes that I can then use for sandwiches or pancakes for the kids. Let's go through the ingredients. Okay, my first ingredient here is 1.5 cups of red lentil flour. To make this, I just grabbed an inexpensive bag of red lentils, put them in my Vitamix for a few seconds, and just ground it up into flour. Now, lentils themselves have amazing health benefits. Visit my blog at NotDeprived.com for more information on that. But they are loaded with protein and fiber and so many vitamins and nutrients that we need. Our next ingredient is coconut flour. It's 1/2 cup here, and I've mentioned this before, it's one of the more inexpensive gluten-free flours, and so I like to incorporate it in a lot of my recipes. Next, I have a tablespoon of vegetable oil. I have used olive oil in the past, and you can, but I tend to use this just because it gives a little bit of a lighter flavor and it takes away from the beany flavor that the lentils will give. Next, I have also a tablespoon of raw honey, but if you don't have raw honey, you can just use regular honey. That's absolutely fine. And then here I just have a teaspoon of salt. So we're going to start to put these in. In the Vitamix here, I already have 2 2/3 cups of just regular tap water. And we just put the flours in, red lentil first, and then the coconut flour. Get that out of there. I'll put my salt in, and then we'll finish with the oil and the honey. Now, I do have a friend that is allergic to anything that contains coconut, so if you also have that sort of an allergy, you can omit the coconut flour altogether and just use 2 cups of the red lentil flour. And again, the reason I use red lentils is just because it's one of the more mild tasting of the lentils, but you can use any brown, green, any lentils that you have on hand. Okay, so now we're going to put the top on here. And we'll start it on low and quickly bring it up to high and just blend it all together. Okay, we let that run for just about a minute. It doesn't take very long at all. And right now I'm just going to set some aside so that I can make the pancakes for the boys. They really enjoy having some chocolate chip pancakes. So what I do is I just pour a little bit in there and then just add some chocolate chips. These actually are great if you have a dairy allergy. They're also gluten-free. These are Enjoy Life mini chocolate chips, and there's only 3 ingredients in them, and they are completely dairy-free. Milk, peanuts, nuts, and soy, completely free. So I'll just add a few of these, and I'll stir those up for the pancakes for later on, and the rest we're going to take over to make the panini bread. Okay, I've preheated my pan to medium heat, and I just sprayed it with a little bit of olive oil. I find that as I go, I don't need to spray it over and over again, but it just gets things started. So I'm going to pour in just a couple of pancakes here. These are going to be for the panini bread. They don't have the chocolate chips. I just spread them out a little bit to make them a little bit thinner. As you can see, they're going to be a really nice size and consistency. And then I'll do one with the chocolate chips. Now you'll find sometimes that when you use the chocolate chips, the batter might be a little bit warm. And so sometimes you'll just get swirls of chocolate chips, which is just fine. It's going to taste really good like that as well. And I tend to make those a little bit smaller just so that I can give the boys 2 or 3 of the pancakes in the morning. So then we just let those sit for just a minute until they start to bubble up, and then we flip them over once and transfer them to a plate. Okay, it's time to just give them a quick flip. Whoopsie. And then in just a minute we'll be ready to plate them up. So from that one batch of lentil pancake bread batter, we got 12 good-sized slices of bread, and we also got 10 of these smaller silver dollar sized chocolate chip pancakes that the boys love so much. So depending on how big you make them, you can actually get a lot more yield for it. And also if you add a little bit of water, you can go up to 2 cups or more. You could actually make some crepes as well, and then you can fill them with chicken or whatever you prefer. So this is just one example of how we use this. This is just a leftover ham sandwich here. But stay tuned because we are going to post some pictures of all of the different ways that you can use this bread. We make grilled cheese sandwiches, breakfast sandwiches, paninis, everything that you can think of. We use this for everything. So stay tuned and see some pictures of the different uses that we have. And don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. And if there's any recipe that you would like me to try, make sure to post it in the comments below. See you next time.
It's taste test time!
Today for our taste test, I've got the whole family here. Kaiden has got some chocolate chip pancakes, and that's what Caleb's going to try as well. And Kirk here has a ham sandwich that he's going to sink his teeth into right now.
All right, guys, you want to try it?
Mm-hmm.
The lentil bread. Mmm.
This is just a few of the different varieties of things you can do with this lentil bread. We've got grilled cheese for Kaiden's lunch tomorrow. This is Kirk's creation. We got a poached egg with salsa and avocado. It's absolutely delicious. And then, of course, our breakfast sandwich right here.
Bon appetit. Now, Becca wasn't born in Canada, so she doesn't know that that's French, for thank you very much.
Merci beaucoup.